If you're one of the people that is buying or bartering for these items, you're doing it wrong. Don't worry though, I was also doing it wrong up to this point, but then I got the goddamn enlightenment strike from the glorious Kalashnikov. He said, no more dying. This Karani, I was trying to create a video about the best budget loadout in the Tarkov, and then the more I was looking into different items into the game, the rabbit hole was going deeper and deeper, and then I just had to stop it. We're gonna postpone the best budget loadout. The reason why I'm creating a dedicated video towards this is because the message is going to be completely lost in the best budget loadout, and I want everyone to hear why you should never ever buy this shit. So without any further ado, let me change your perspective towards this. So there are a couple of different things that you should look when you are building your loadout and when you're deciding which helmets you should buy, which not. Okay, first things first, each armor has a different material of creation. Like this one is created out of the ceramic, this one is created out of the ceramic again, I think. Yep, this one is created because from the armored steel, you know, this one from the ultra high molecular weight polyheteromelamine, and you know, and so on and so forth. And every single material repairs differently, which means if you're repairing trooper, it will repair much better than, for example, ceramic. The second thing that you should also take into the consideration is, of course, weight. Each of those armors weighs differently because of the materials from which they are created, and that weight affects directly your character's inertia, how much you can carry. And another thing that you also need to take into the consideration are pure statistics, buffs and debuffs of every single armor. I'm gonna give you the example. You're gonna build your AK, for example, and you're gonna think, okay man, this AK, that's a really good AK, man. My ergonomics are in positive, 42. Wow, that's good. We're in positive. We're gonna be good, man. And then you equip one of those and one of those, and guess what? Your ergonomics, they're not the same yet. First off, this armor is gonna destroy 12% of your ergonomics, and then this helmet is gonna destroy additional 13% of your ergonomics, which means you're effectively reducing your ergonomics by 25%, your change movement speed by 16%, and your change turning speed by 15%. I don't know about you, but that's a pretty huge penalty on your character, and I don't even want to talk about 13.6 kilos. I mean 13, it's not 13.6 because of this. Inside of it, it's 12.2 kilos. For those of you that do not know ergonomics, they are affecting three different things: the speed that the player aims down the sight, the volume of your character aiming down the sight, and the speed that stamina drains. I completely definitely did not read that right now, directly quoted from Wikipedia, by the way. And your armor is directly affecting it without you even realizing that it is affecting it, because it doesn't say here. It would be really cool if Battlestat Games code something like, I don't know, a total ergonomics or things like that, so we can actually see the number goes up and down. But no, they like to make it confusing, so content creators like myself can make videos about it. So thank you, Nikita. Make the game as confusing as possible. Great job. But anyways, when you're in the PvP fight, whoever ADS first is gonna pretty much land the first bullet. So ergonomics is pretty important thing, not just the recoil. And by the way, that change turn speed, that does not mean that your DPI is gonna be like you're gonna have to swing with your mouse more. Your character is just gonna be delayed for 15%, you know? That's the thing. And now let's take a different armor. Let's take Trooper, for example, and let's take this helmet. And this Trooper armor is going to reduce your ergonomics by 5%. It's like 5 times less, right? Do you see the issue here? Now let's compare the prices real quick. So when you're purchasing SSH costs 20,000. You can also purchase it from the vendor for 22,000. Okay, so that's like around price for the SSH. And 6B47 costs 33,000 from proper. But there is also nice little barter from Comrade Regman for exact same helmet that requires 2 bleaches. And those two bleaches cost less than, for example, this helmet right here. Yes, it has less HP, but to be completely honest, I would rather have no helmet at all than having a helmet negatively affecting my ergonomics by 13% for 20,000 rubles, okay? So with that said, I would have or this one or none, to be completely honest. So yeah, I will never ever use this PUI sunats, ever use that goddamn helmet. And now let's compare the armor. This armor costs 40,000 rubles and trooper armor costs 100,000. Let's say 100,000 rubles. So it's almost like twice as much, correct? But look at the durability, for example. You know, look at the durability. First off, trooper has way more durability than this one. Like all of those like common rigs that everyone is using, common armor that everyone is using, like they're like 40, 50k. That's pretty much. All of those like garbage ceramic ones. This one is 55k with what? 40 out of 40. Like, what is that? You're gonna get shot in the chest once and then you're gonna repair it, and then what? You're gonna have like 35 durability. Like the HP on all of those trash ass rigs does not justify the price. When trooper costs 100,000 rubles, you can even buy it like for less than that. Like, what the hell, man? And it has 85 durability, and on top of that it has amazing stats. Yes, it is not protecting your stomach, but in most of the cases you're gonna get shot in the chest or in the head, and chest and helmet is the highest damage multiplier on you, which means if somebody hits you in the stomach, it is gonna deal less damage than if somebody shots you in the chest without armor. That's what I'm trying to say. The next thing is repairing. Look at this. It is ultra high molecular weight polyhedroelectrolyte, which means, and take that from this guy right here. I'm gonna link this in the description down below. Thank you, Comrade Exi. Those rigs right here on the left side, those are the best rigs. They have like the best repair effectiveness in the game, right? And trooper is on the second place. So when you take everything in consideration, so there are a couple of different rigs that I would recommend to you to buy. This one, it costs 100,000, you know, it has 65 dura. It is affecting your ergonomics way more, but it is protecting your stomach. So I would use this one because it has high HP pull, right? It's armor still, which means it has excellent repairing. This rig is a really good one. And by the way, for those of you that are gonna complain about the price of the rigs and the price of that better armor, boo-hoo, I do not have money, motherfucker, listen up, okay? This trooper armor is 9 slots. 9 slots. You're extracting with 20,000 rubles per slot items, which means when the guy that killed the rogue or the raider that had this trooper armor and he did not shot him in the chest, he protected the armor to extract the full durability, he carried that out of the raid for item that costs 11,000 rubles per slot. But anyways, trooper M2, this rig is also okay. It has 40 out of 40, although it is ultra high molecular, which means it repairs amazingly. You can barter for it, and the barter is actually really good. This is the barter right here. Of course, it is out of stock because it's cheap. That does not mean that if you kill somebody with like this rig or that rig that you should not use it. Like for example, this rig, I'm not gonna equip it anymore. Like 36 HP, that's way too low. You know, I should just sell it while I can. I hope that this opened your eyes a little bit. I'm gonna put this in the description down below. But yeah, if you enjoyed in this video, if you want more, subscribe with the notifications on. I'm live right now on twitch.tv/Eroktic, nuking the shit out of the dipshits, man. Love you all! And see ya in the next. Eroktic out.